Hello, welcome to the new episode. Right, today we are servicing that. I've already done the spark plugs. As I said before, I didn't really want to show you me sweating all over my engine bay, which I was. And for those of you who follow me on social media, will see the state of my head after doing spark plugs and the air filter on an extremely hot day. So yeah, what we're doing today is we're going to get the oil done. I'm going to have some help because with my back I can't really get under the car. So my partner's going to help me do the bits under the car. In the meantime, first of all, I'm going to pour that in, some liquid moly engine flush. I've done that on the last two services, so I've found it works well. And then I will run it for 15 minutes and then get the oil out. But I'll show you what I've done first, and let's get to the car. So yesterday I did the spark plugs. Now they're quite easy actually. You've got eight of these T25 Torx head screws that you can gain access to the coils and the plugs through there. So there's 8 of those, and what helps as well is on the intercooler charge pipe you've got a T25 there and a T25 there. Take those out as well, and it allows you to move this so you can get to cylinder number 4, to coil number 4. But then once you're inside, you've only got 5 8mm 8mm bolts. Anyway, as I was saying, sorry, I had battery problems. Yes, so 8 T25s, take that out. 2 T25s on the charge pipe, so it allows you to move that. And then once you're inside, you need 8mm, an 8mm socket to take, and there's only 1 bolt for each of the coils. Once you're inside, you need a 16mm spark plug socket, and then just whip them out, and then it's the reverse of installation, of removal. Also did the air filter, 3 clips across the front, and then you can see here, and then they sort of guide in, and that's it really. Also the fuel filter was done. Now hopefully if we can get under, there it is. There's one 10mm bolt that holds that in, and that's it. Just and there's two little press release clips on either end, and just pour it in, swap it over. Right, need to try and learn how to do all this one-handed. There we go. Right, so stick the liquid moly in, the engine flush, and we'll get this running for 15 minutes. As you can see, the steam coming off. You need to get it up to temperature first. Get it up to running temperature, and then there's a little bit left in there. And then run it for 15 minutes. I will get the hang of this filming one-handed and doing stuff with the other one day. So let's get that started, get it running. Those might be helpful. And we'll leave that running for a bit. Well, whilst that's working its magic in the Volvo, I thought I'd quickly tell you one of the reasons. Well, it does why it needs a service, but why I'm doing everything really. I'm off to Austria with my daughter in a couple of weeks, and we're off to the Alps and up into the Tyrol. So a proper European road trip. So that's one of the reasons why I wanted to do the full works. excuse me. And so yeah, it's going to be probably 2,000 and a bit miles in total. So I just want the car to be right. And I've never taken my own car abroad before. I've driven abroad, but I've never taken my own car. So it's going to be a new experience. One thing I'm thinking of doing as well before we go is taking it to a transmission specialist and getting the gearbox serviced, because I just want to make sure everything's good. I've taken it to my local garage who does my MOTs, and the lad there has been over it, and he's made sure everything underneath is good, wheel bearings, you know, one pushes and whatever, suspension's fine. So I think once this major service is done, doesn't need a cam belt because that was done 3 years ago, so that, you know, just when I got the car, or after I got the car. But yeah, I just wanted to make sure everything's spot on for this trip. So that's ticking away nicely, and we'll get it up on the axle stands in a minute and get it serviced. So the tray's off. It's 5 10mm bolts. It should be 6, but it's 5 because my car's special. So under tray off. There we go. Those are now off. Dipstick loose. Cap off. Now this is the proper, or it might be probably aftermarket, but this is the proper tool to get off the Volvo oil filter, because it's a cartridge type. I can't remember what it's called, but on the inside it's stamped S40 S80, and then it's 86_16. So if that means anything to anybody, it's this one. So, but if it doesn't, there you go. Anyway, it's now time to get the sump off, get it drained. Right. Guess who's got to play? Let's go bobbing for the sump plug. But anyway, it's draining and it's as black as your hat. So it's well overdue. I think I'm about 2,500 to 3,000 overdue. I would have done it sooner, but I've had a very, very busy few weeks going between Newcastle, Shropshire and Plymouth. So anyway, the sump plug is a 17mm bit. So that's that. When I can find it again, that is. So off with the filter next, and let's get that done. Right, there we are. Filter off. Now, for all the filters on this, I've used MAN filters. They seem to be, they seem to be very good. I've always used MAN. So yeah, MAN for the air filter, fuel filter, and the oil filter. So as you can see, yep, very, very, very overdue. Right, let's get this cleaned up, get it on. Let's get this sorted out, get this old gasket off. There we are. Just put that in there for now. And with the MAN filters, you do get a new one to go in. So I'll just get all the old gunk out of that. And get the new one put in. So what I will do is smear a fresh oil around that new gasket. Looks alright to me. Let's get that put in. I do apologise for the traffic noise, by the way, but we're on a fairly busy road here. So make sure there's no gunk left in there. For anyone that's wondering, it's the HU819X from MAN. I'll give you the, what I'll do, I'll put all the codes for the parts I've used in the description below. So let's get this back on. And what I've got somewhere, there we are. It's you could either use a drive, or I just use a 21mm socket on the end of it. It just makes it all a bit easier. So faffing about, I think it gives you a better lock onto it as well. So let's get that put back on. And it's just, yeah, I've smeared it up, so I might put a little tot of oil into it. I'll do that now actually, just a little bit, and then we'll get this put back in. Oh, well, you can see that. Forgot to charge my light up, didn't I? But there we are. Let's get that in, and then get my socket on it, tighten that up, and then go fishing for the sump plug. Joy. Let's go fishing. Ta-da! There it is. Beautiful. Sump plug cleaned, recovered, new washer on. Let's get it back in. Remember, 17mm socket. Let's get it back in, and then give it a few litres of the good stuff. I think it's 5.5 litres in this OW30, but I use Comma Voltec. I get that from GSF. I've used it ever since I've had the car, so I go for that. You might find something different that you prefer. That's what I go for. So, right, let's get this finished. So, oil filter's back on, sump's back in, everything's tightened up. I haven't put the under tray back on yet, but I'll just, you know, get this filled up, get it up to temperature, make sure there's no leaks, and then I'll refit that, but you don't need to see that. So right, let's start putting it in. I'll probably put 5 litres in, and then check. Anyway, about this trip, yeah, myself and my daughter heading off. We're getting the Eurotunnel in a couple of weeks, and heading off. We're going to take a couple of days to get there. I think on the first day we're going to do about 560 miles. That's 4 litres. Yeah, 560 miles on the first day to the outskirts of Munich, and then we'll be off to the Tyrolean Alps, which I'm very much looking forward to. I've been there a lot over the last 30 odd years, so it's a bit like a home from home for us, myself and my family. So yeah, really looking forward to it, and I'm looking forward to giving this a good run. Although, I mean, it gets a lot of run over here, but you know, taking it abroad should be fun. I mean, it's given me 40,000 faultless miles so far, so just don't let me down. Anyway, right, that's everything all done, filled up. Levels are spot on. I'll put in just over 5 litres. I'll run it and get it off the axle stands, and check the levels again then. But I've just had to check the brakes over that I did in the meantime, and here we go. Give it a start. Right. All seems happy. Don't think there's anything coming from under there. So I'll get it up to temperature to recheck the levels, take it for a run, and I'll finish off with you in a bit. Hello, you joined me a few days later after the service. I've done about 30 miles in the car since. I'll just put the window up. And it's absolutely, yeah, it was desperate for it. It's absolutely done it wonders. So I'd say we're all ready to go to Austria. That's, as of today, that's 10 days away. So I'm currently up in the northeast. I need to head back down to my home in Shropshire. I'm going to spend a week there, just a bit of a relax before we head off to Austria. So yeah, it's the service has done it the world of good. It feels more responsive, so much quieter. I think you get complacent with when you're driving a car, you do a lot of miles in it, you sort of do get complacent with how it sounds, how it drives. You think, oh, it's, you know, it's, you become attuned to it, I suppose. But there we go, all done. I'm taking it in to have the coolant done next Tuesday, Wednesday at the garage I use back at home. I was going to go for the Volvo one, but I've done a bit of digging and I'm going to use the Comma G64, and it is Volvo approved. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get that drained, refilled, just get everything as right as I can. I'm going to try and get the I don't know if I said in the video doing the service, I'm going to try and get the transmission, get the auto box service before I go. But it seems okay, so is it a case of just better the devil you know? But we'll see. So the next time you see me, I will probably be somewhere in Europe, maybe, not sure yet. Might do a bit of filming down through from Shropshire down to Kent, where I'm staying the night before at my uncle's. But I might see you at either in Europe or at the or even at the Eurotunnel terminal. So I'll do a bit of filming and then I'll catch up with you then when we head to Austria and the Tyrolean Alps. So thanks very much for watching. Please like, subscribe if you want to. I'll catch up with you then. Take care.